It's Thank God Friday edition of Money Moves here at the FMDQ studios. I am Bosin Omofai. Welcome. The African Export-Import Bank has received positive issue credit rating from China and Japan. On Friday, the China's Zhengjin International Credit Rating affirmed Afreximbank's AAA credit rating with a stable outlook. The agency says it believes that Afreximbank's ratings will remain stable over the next 12 to 18 months. Meanwhile, the Japan Credit Rating Agency on Thursday affirmed Afreximbank's credit rating at A- with a stable outlook. The JCR noted robust risk management of the Trade Development Finance Institution, the bank's consistent profitability, and of course, a resilient balance sheet of Afreximbank headquartered in Cairo, Egypt. Now let's get more into our news now from Melissa, the archives room. Melissa, back to you.
Thank you very much, Bossing. In other news now, this Friday, the I&M Banking Group, with its headquarters in Nairobi, Kenya, has highlighted the impact that its foundation has made within the East African region since it was founded 5 years ago. The listed lender says it has been able to build the foundation on purpose, partnership, and passion. Let's take a listen.
The foundation's work is rooted in 4 thematic pillars. 3 program pillars, namely the first one being environmental conservation, where we preserve, protect, and restore the environment and promote sustainable use of ecosystems.
In Ethiopia, this Thursday, the country's investment holdings company and the Dangote Industries of Nigeria signed a $2.5 billion investment paper. The deal was to build a 3 million metric tons of urea fertilizer in the second most populous African economy. The investment agreement was the first of such deal by a Nigerian company since 2025 started, but the second for Dangote, whose cement plant has been operating in Ethiopia for nearly 10 years. Finally, a global cybersecurity company known as Kaspersky says there were 42.4 million web attacks in sub-Saharan Africa in the first 6 months of 2025. In a data release this week, Kaspersky added that some 95.6 million on-device attacks were detected, while SSA recorded more than a double increase in spyware. In Nigeria, the cybersecurity company says it blocked more than 1.46 million online attack attempts on users in Nigeria in the first half of the year. Kaspersky's analysis shows a 66% increase in password stealers in Nigeria in January to June, while 53% in spyware attacks were blocked.
Now, as we go into the weekend, let's bring on the markets. A very gentle gains across many of the African markets. No such a very big jump as we see the final trading day of the month of August and, of course, the second month in the third quarter of the year. So if we start from the top, we see the Nigerian stock market was down 0.19%. That adjustment started around midweek and is continuing to today until Monday, the 1st of September. Of course, the BRVM moved just about 0.1%. The Nairobi stock market has one of the biggest gains in the week today, 0.32%, on the back of some of the earnings from the Nairobi stock market, including the Nairobi Securities Exchange itself, that reported very robust earnings on Thursday, reporting operating profit of 177% for the first 6 months of this year under the leadership of the new CEO, Frank Mweti. The Egyptian markets closed Thursday for the week until Sunday, when the stock market in Cairo will resume. In Casablanca, the market is 0.19% in the red today. The GS in South Africa, the biggest exchange on the continent, down by 0.1%. Zimbabwe down by 0.28%. The Semdex in Mauritius, on the island of Mauritius, was 0.14% better. So a very gentle finishing line across the stock market in Africa, just to balance the month, and then moved on to September, a very crunching month when it comes to investment and rate decision by central banks around the world. And that's the finishing line for today. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show. From me and the rest of my team here at the FMDQ studios in Lagos, have a great weekend and see you back on the 1st of September.